Welcome to my vlog. This vlog is about the process that it takes for me to create a painting. And as you'll see at the end, the painting turned out pretty nice. However, this vlog took me so many tries. Like, the filming was fine, but the editing took me forever. I'll explain it later, but the editing for this vlog was the biggest pain in my butt that I've ever experienced in my entire life. There were so many things that just went wrong, and I've never done anything like this before, so it was just the perfect amount of things that could go wrong to make me not want to do this again. What I was doing here was just sketching random lines and words, which you can't really see, but I was doing this to gather my thoughts because I had a lot of different ideas in my head of what I wanted to do, and I ended up landing on a painting to do with body image and emotion and things like that. So I've sped this clip up because honestly it's totally boring watching me just sketch this whole thing because it took forever. But what I was doing was I was using reference pictures that I took of my friend Sam off camera to sketch out the figure that I thought I was gonna use in my painting. However, the figure in my painting ended up looking totally different from the sketch that I had. Now that I had finished my sketch, I had to go to the supply closet and get paper so that I could get started on my painting. I was just at this moment doing a sketch before I started painting, and once again, this wasn't very exciting to watch, so I just sped up the clip. And also, through watching this, I realized that the amount of time this figure spent looking like just a total and complete sausage is unbelievable. It took me so long to figure out which direction your arm goes in when you're laying down, because as I said earlier, the position from the sketch that I had before and the sketch that ended up in my painting was totally different. But this sketch I could not figure out for the life of me. I was sitting in class putting my arm behind me and trying to figure out what I would look like if I was laying on my side and where my arm would be, and I completely forgot that shoulders were a thing. This person did not have any shoulders or any joints, and it was honestly kind of unbelievable how long it took me to realize what people look like. Now this is where the video starts to get really, really exciting, because here is where I'm gathering my paint together so I can start to make my palette. So in this painting, I began using a palette knife to use kind of like my brush. However, I gave up on that idea pretty quickly, and I immediately went into finger painting, which is a technique that I used in the painting that I had done before this for my background and blending colors together. And that worked so much better than using a brush or anything, because by using my hands, for me personally, it is a lot easier to control the amount of paint that's blended in a background like this, where I wanted the colors to be blended but not blended. The colors that I used in this painting were all more cool toned colors for the most part, a lot of different shades of green. I had more of a teal green and a dark green and a light green, I think 2 different shades of light green, and then a gold and a bronze. And obviously I didn't grab all of these colors when I went to go get my paint in the first place, but I had a million paints on my desk, so normally when I need paint, there's not a lot of searching that I need to do. Now that we've covered the basic areas of my painting process, I'm just going to talk about how unbelievably difficult it has been to make this vlog. So first of all, this is not my first draft of this vlog. My first draft of this vlog was on a different app that will not be named. And I had this vlog almost completely finished. At the start of all the footage that I had together, I had about an hour of footage. I had trimmed it all down to 8 minutes, had done all the voiceovers. The only thing that I had left to do was to film an intro and an outro. Editing this vlog had taken me hours. It took me so long to do this. But all of a sudden, the app, it crashed, and it went back to my home screen. And I was like, okay, that's cool. I guess I'll just go back on it. So I went back on it, and it kept on doing that. And I kept on trying to open it, and I thought, okay, whatever. I'll just leave it for a few hours. Maybe there's just a glitch or something. It'll be fixed. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it for a few hours. I come back to it. It still didn't work. So then what I tried to do was I tried duplicating it to see maybe if I redid the file or something, maybe the other file would open. That didn't work either. So then, I was kind of starting to panic a little bit, because the vlog at that time was due the next day. And I was like, what am I supposed to do? Am I just going to sit and edit again for 5 hours? It's like 8 o'clock at night. I have to go to bed soon. I really had no idea what to do. So I emailed my teacher and I was like, my video stopped working. I don't know what's going on. So luckily, got some extra time. That's why this is being recorded now as it is. And it was just so annoying. And I tried to export the video that I had onto like my phone. However, just, because that app was so great, it would have cost me $6 to export it. And I was like, wow, that's really not worth it. I'd rather just do it again. So, this vlog has really been like a pain in the butt. But you know what? Anyway, moving on. For some reason, I didn't film painting the woman gold. I don't know if I just like forgot to, or like I edited it out by accident or something, but it's not here. But anyway, painting the woman with long brown hair, reoccurring theme in a lot of my paintings, which, nice transition point, brings me into why I did this painting in the first place. So this painting, I believe, was the 6th painting in my concentration for my AP art class, and my concentration revolves around identity and femininity, and like not so much just like my experience in life, but also from like a generalized experience of other women, like stories that I've heard and from people that I know, and just like examples in like society and things that I feel like a lot of people go through, as well as my own personal experiences tied into that. This weird ball thing that the woman's laying on, I don't really totally know what it is, but I chose to paint it with really fiery colors, which again is something that reoccurs a lot in my paintings. A lot of the times when people are looking at my paintings and like critiquing them and things like that, they attach like the more fiery colors to anger, which, obviously there's nothing wrong with that. People can interpret art in however they want to. But I personally attach like the fiery nature more to the idea of rebirth and regrowth, which is just like a new concept that I learned about this year in my English class, which I thought was like kind of nice, because like growing up, like I would have like a lot of campfires and stuff with my family, so fire has more of like a happy meaning to me than an angry one. The majority of those clips were me seriously struggling with trying to get paint out of tubes. However, I did not want to cut out all of that paint tubage because the singing in the background was like super nice. However, you gotta make sacrifices. And here I was just touching up the edges of the fiery ball painting, because even though finger painting is a lot of fun, when it comes to edges and small stuff, it's definitely not the way to go, because my fingers are in no way near capable of being able to do that. But however, this does bring me on to a point that I left out of the many struggles that I had with getting this vlog together. I had a pair of headphones that I thought had a microphone on them, because in my previous vlog I had used my boyfriend's headphones, which were Apple ones that had like the little microphone on them, but those aren't here. So I thought I was all set, even though his headphones weren't here, because I thought my headphones had a microphone. Turns out they don't. So I told my mom I was going to go drive to my boyfriend's house to go get his headphones so I could have some nice crisp audio. However, this isn't a big deal at all, but my mom was like, I need to go to Price Chopper, and I was like, that's great, okay, which was just mostly annoying because I'm kind of on a time crunch, but not a big deal. Come back, super excited, gonna have that good crisp audio. The freaking microphone doesn't work. I went through all that trouble just to realize that the microphone doesn't work. It was so annoying. Oh my god, it's it just happened, so it's still fresh. It's so annoying. So I've just been recording this with just sitting here in front of my phone, and honestly been battling the loud noises that are coming from downstairs, people slamming cabinets and my mom cackling while watching TV. But the audio hasn't been too bad. If it sounds weird and muffled, it's because you just don't have the headphones to get that good crisp audio. This is the finished product of my painting, and I was just giving some close-ups of all the details, but for some reason I filmed this vertically instead of horizontally. I don't know why I didn't notice that, but whatever. Couldn't figure out how to flip it, didn't really care that much. Still accomplishes what it was supposed to. I hope you enjoyed my vlog. I left my social media links in the description below if you want to see any more of me. And I hope you enjoyed my story about a super frustrating vlog to edit, but in the end, honestly, it wasn't that bad, and I think the vlog turned out better than the one that I had before, so whatever.